Okay, 9 o'clock. 9 o'clock, we're doing the Nile Rodgers chat. It's about 15 minutes. Interactive video call from New York with Nile Rodgers.
in the sky. It's always about one thing: connection. We are leaving the industrial economy and entering the connection economy. You don't have to like it, but it's true. Art is what we call it when someone does something that might connect us to someone else. And either you're in or you're out. Either you want to play this game or you don't. Art doesn't work because we did something conventional and predictable, and here it is industrialized, right? Art works because we connected. I hope you'll think about it as you consider whether you want to get off the plane, whether you're willing to lead, whether you care enough to make art, whether you're willing to connect. And it's this: are you going to matter? I hope you will. Thanks for your attention.
We're building castles in the sky. We would have been at Camp Bestville this weekend, but here we are in a field just down the coast in Dorset, and not Dorset, Devon actually, Devon. People around the campfire, campers. We've got a license for a festival in a field in Devon. You can't make this stuff up. An unbelievably beautiful site. An absolutely fantastic site we've had permission to use, and we've been in this weekend. We're basically here at the School of Art and Wellbeing in just below Honiton, above Beer in Devon, and it's a beautiful, beautiful site. There's absolutely no question about that. It's beautiful grounds. We've had an art trail at the front, we've got camping at the back, we've got an art trail, and tonight we're going to have a night trail. We're going to take you on that as well, so we're going to show you that night trail. You can see the fields here with the easels, just the empty art. We're taking the art out now, and tonight we're going to be hearing from an utter legend, an absolute legend. We're going to be hearing from a man like Noah Rogers. He very, very generously has offered and done an interview for us from New York. on the old smartphone. So let's cut to that and let's see what Nile Rodgers has got to say. Nile Rodgers, here he is. He's actually in New York. Fantastic. Nile Rodgers, gosh, I can't quite believe this. Let's see if we can get him up on the screen there. Let's cut to that. There he is. Is he there? No, he's not there. He's not on that one. What's going on here? Let's have a look. Why can't we get him up there? Gosh, this is technologies. Okay, maybe it's because of that. There he is. He was there a minute ago. Let's see if we can comb him. He's waiting. I don't want to keep him waiting too long. Let's have a look. Let's change that so that he's on. Okay, that should work. And then we cut that to that. And pull him up there. There he is. There he is. Mr. Rodgers is right in the middle of the screen. That's a bit awkward, isn't it? I think I'll just cut myself out there. Cut myself out and keep him up. Mr. Rodgers, the virtue of the fact you're doing this for us, you've warmed so many hearts with your art, whether disco, whether rock or jazz. We feel we can safely say you're one of the most inspiring people, inclusive, most inspiring people in creativity. What is creativity to you, and how would you define art?
Wow, I define art as anything that that a person creates or people create that moves the soul. It's in the eye and the ears and the heart of the beholder. I mean, it's hard to define. Someone once said, it's hard to define, but I know it when I see it.
I love that. Art is hard to define, but I'll know it when I see it. Okay. Can you describe the moment that you first discovered, I presume as a child, that the gift you had, your art, and your ability to connect with other people? And where did you think that might have come from?
So when I was a child, I didn't know that I had the ability to create things that would touch another person's soul, but I did know that I had the ability to create music that touched my own soul. So I hope that at some point that same music would connect with other people. And I've been fortunate because it seems to have done so.
It's funny, I've heard about your songs being described as every song you've written has a DHM. What's a DHM and what's yours?
So yes, I believe that everything that I've ever composed, everything that I do, has what I call deep hidden meaning, and I call it DHM. And I really mean that I can understand the subject matter that I'm trying to help others understand, almost on a granular level. And the reason why I have to feel that is because if I can't understand it on that level, how can I possibly explain it to someone else? How do I get you to feel what I'm feeling if I don't know what it is that I'm feeling? So I need to be able to understand it and to try and communicate that as best I can.
We talk a lot about collaboration here at Steamco. It's what the co stands for. A lot of people think it stands for company, but it in fact actually stands for collaboration. What does collaboration mean to you?
For me, collaboration is everything. I believe that even when I'm composing, I basically write for ensembles, and I can't really perform it. I can write it. I say all the time, Beethoven can write the Fifth Symphony, but he can't play it. You need a symphony orchestra to play it. Yes, I can play the motifs, I can compose the different motifs, but in order to make them sound the way they're supposed to sound, you need a group of people to perform those ideas. And that's how I write. I write for people. So I collaborate just when I'm doing it compositionally, I collaborate when I'm working with others that are throwing their ideas back and forth to me. So my whole life is a collaboration.
My whole life's a collaboration. What a lovely thing to say. You seem to have had a very, very special childhood. I remember seeing something on Radio 4 about your parents were hippies and a lot of drugs going on. It's a really quite a challenging environment. What would your advice be to parents about how they might connect their kids with their art?
I would say if I were talking to parents about having the ability to connect, or at least helping your young artist to connect with their art, is to just let them be free. The one thing that I so cherish is that my parents really allowed me to be the person that I'd become. I didn't really know what it would be, but they were really supportive. I was the kind of person that was socialized to care about other people. So I didn't know that I was going to be a musician, at least not a professional one, but I knew that I could play music, perform music, and it would make people happy. And so they allowed me to do that. Little did I know that it would turn into a career.
Fantastic advice for every parent at Camp Best, for every parent in the world. School, I mean, gosh, growing up in New York, it's hard to imagine what that was like. What memories do you have of school, and do any particular teachers stand out for you?
Yeah, I've had amazing teachers all my life. The great thing about America at the time when I was growing up was that we had a standardized education. We had a standardized curriculum. And basically, I know a lot of people don't agree that that's a good thing, but for me, that helped me fit in. It also gave me something to, how do I say, to strive. It made me competitive. It gave me something to look forward to. People didn't really talk down to me. They sort of pushed me forward. And in my case, that was really good. When I didn't do what I was supposed to do, in America in those days, they would leave you back and you'd have to catch up with the other students that were performing better than you. And in my case, I thought that was, and I still believe in my heart that was the best thing for me, because if I didn't have something to achieve, and some kind of system that you achieve some kind of goal or merit badge or whatever, I don't know what I would have done. I may have become a slacker.
No, Roger's a slacker. That's hard to imagine. Gosh, fascinating advice there, actually. Parents and educationalists, because a lot of people tend to think of education and these traditional progressive versions, and it's interesting that what's essentially a very traditional approach that a lot of us are campaigning against to a certain degree, although it's not that binary, really worked for you. We're passionate about inspiring communities to come together, to collaborate for creativity. You've been in New York this last year celebrating 40 years of We Are Family, that fantastic song that you wrote for Sister Sledge. We're all singing that anthem for togetherness regularly. Who is this family anyway, and can anybody join?
When I think of We Are Family and what it means to me now after all these years, having co-written that with my former partner, Bernard Edwards, it's now become an anthem that I believe in a way that I didn't understand when we composed it. So that's a perfect example of DHM and understanding a song on a granular level. At the time we composed it, it was really about Sister Sledge, and it was about their family and about this group of young girls that were, let's say, ahead of their time. They were sort of on the leading edge of fashion and culture and art at the time. And we had no idea that there were other meanings that other people would help us to understand that, in fact, what we were talking about Sister Sledge, that meaning seemed to apply to other people and their family and their sense of community. And now, to me, I think it's a song for the world. And that probably helps me explain or answer the question that you asked me earlier about what is art. There you go. I know it when I see it. I know it when I hear it. That was art. And we didn't quite understand that we were creating something so powerful at the time, but in fact, we did.
What a beautiful ending to a chat with Nile Rodgers there. I'm so grateful to him for doing that for us. I met Nile Rodgers last year backstage at Camp Bestival. Actually, it really was very, very special. Had backstage passes because last year at Camp Bestival we had a big stage. We had a main stage spot. Did a DJ spot in Caravanserai, and I ended up backstage while nobody else was around there, and I just ended up chatting to Nile Rodgers and some members of the band. And as a result of that, his manager and business associate Merck Mercuriades arranged for that interview in New York, and it was last year. At the end of last year, this is the first time we've ever shown it publicly. But it feels right to show it a year after Camp Bestival. When I first met Niall, he allowed us to show that in a school in Toxteth. I was doing a week in Liverpool, in a very socially challenged school, and it was really very, very special. The children watching that, to see a role model like Nile Rodgers, and that's what Steamco is all about: engaging famous creative people like Nile Rodgers, like Tom Morley, like Lem Cisse, like DJ Zebedee from last night. Famous people that young people look up to. This is what we've got to do to get the conversation about art and creativity, to broaden it beyond these little bubbles of education, to broaden it into business, to broaden it into the creative industries, and to broaden it into society. I think that's so important, and that's really what this is all about for us. It's all about connecting and bringing celebrity in to our schools and connecting everybody. So I'm going to wind that up now. I'm going to wind up with a trailer. What we're going to do is we're going to go and sit by the campfire, because we've got an incredible man here tonight with us, an incredible man. We're very, very lucky to have a talent, talk about talent like Casey Bailey, who is here with his family here tonight at the School of Art and Wellbeing. The lights down, the dusk is down, the fire's going. I'm going to sit by the fire because Casey Bailey, one of the most celebrated poets, rhythm and poetry specialists, RAP, rap, you could say he's a rapper, is going to read some poetry that he's written. And then after that, we're going to take a walk through the Nite trail here at the School of Art and Wellbeing. So if everybody'd like to gather around the fire, if we can maintain social distancing and maybe pull some chairs up, we'll get the cameras down there and we'll live stream Casey Bailey. So thank you very much for sitting through the Nile Rodgers interview. I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you found that nice. We've got some nice feedback here from Miss Creativity, who's been here. I know she's shielding, but she's been loyal to us all weekend, and we've got a thumbs up from somebody there. Richard Read-a-Lot is here he's in Birmingham, Isle of Wight, so he's robbed the bank territory. He's up there in Birmingham at the Outlaws, having a great time. He's probably watching it under the duvet covers. So we're going to cut back to this video. We're going to stop the stream, and then we'll start a new stream. And that new stream will be Casey Bailey, live and direct here from the School of Art and Wellbeing in Devon, celebrating absent friends, absent moments, but we've still got art and soul in our hearts here at Art Camp 20. We've been building castles in the sky in honour of Lulworth Castle. We've built an art gallery in a field, and tomorrow we're going to welcome the whole of Devon into that field to see the art. We've built castles in the sky. Malumba, myself, and everybody here have worked so hard, and we're so grateful. We'll see you on the other side. 5 minutes to Casey Bailey. Actually, 13 minutes. We'll do it at 9:30. So it's 9:21, 17. We'll do Casey at 9:30. So 13 minutes. Thank you.